Good morning students, I welcome you all for the online classes of economics. Today we will be going to learn one more time the supply of money. In a modern economy, money comprises cash and bank deposit. Depending on what types of bank deposits are being included, there are many measures of money. These are created by a system comprising two systems of institution. One is central bank of the economy and the second is commercial banking system. So money supply we can learn by two banking system. One is the central bank economy and the commercial bank. Central bank, which is the main bank of the whole nation. One bank which regulates and supervises the other banks. Commercial bank, the bank which does the banking work to earn a certain rate of profit. Let us continue our topic, supply of money through the way of central bank. Central bank is a very important institution in the modern economy. Almost every country has one central bank. India got its central bank in 1935. Its name is the Reserve Bank of India. Central bank has several important functions. It issues the currency of the country. It controls the money supply of the country through various methods like bank rate, open market operation and variations in reserve ratios. I will explain these three words: bank rate, open market operation and variations in reserve ratio now itself. Bank rate. See here students, like we are depositing our money and bank give it as a certain rate of interest to us. Same way bank also deposits the money to some other institutions, and that rate at what the bank gives loan to other and charge interest is known as bank rate. Next is open market operation. Open market operation is that function of bank in which they purchase the shares and bonds of bond securities of others. It is known as open market operation. So banks also involved in purchasing and issuing the shares, bonds and other securities of the companies. It is known as open market operation of bank. It acts as a banker to the government. It is the custodian of the foreign exchange reserves of the economy. It also acts as a bank to the banking system, which is discussed in detail later. From the point of view of money supply, we need to focus on its function of issuing currency. This currency issued by the central bank can be held by the public or by the commercial banks, and is called the high-powered money or reserve money or monetary base, as it acts as a basis for credit creation. Yes, definitely. How much will be the currency will be in foreign currency will be there with the bank, it will be able to create more credit in the market. Commercial banks. Commercial banks are the other types of institutions which are a part of money creating system of the economy. In the following section, we look at the commercial banking system in detail. They accept deposit from the public and lend out part of this fund to those who want to borrow. The interest rate paid by the banks to depositors is lower than the rate charged from the borrowers. This difference between these two types of interest rates called the spread. I want to explain once more the meaning of spread, because maybe students will be having doubt. The banks accept deposit from the public. It means like us, when we deposit money, they accept deposit from us and lend out part of this fund to those who want to borrow. Means someone want money, in need of money, bank give loan to that person. The interest rate paid by bank to depositor to us is lower than the rate charged from the borrower. This difference is known as spread. If you again not able to understand, then once again I can give an example. Like I deposited 10,000 and bank will be paying me certain rate of interest for certain period of time on that deposit. And another person came and borrowed the loan from the bank. That person will be definitely, with the principal amount, will be paying certain rate of interest. The rate which is charged by the bank to that person who had borrowed money is more than the rate of interest what is given to us. And the difference between two rate of interest, one rate of interest which bank is receiving from the borrower, and the another which bank is giving to the depositor, that rate of interest, the differences between that two rate of interest is known as spread. The process of deposit and loan credit creation by bank is explained below. In order to understand this process, let us discuss a story. Once there was a goldsmith named Lala in a village. In this village, people use gold and other precious metals in order to buy goods and services. In other words, these metals were acting as money. People in the village started keeping their gold with Lala for safekeeping. In return for keeping their gold, Lala issued paper receipt to people of the village and charged a small fee from them. Slowly over time, the paper receipt issued by Lala began to circulate as money. This means that instead of giving gold for purchasing wheat, someone would pay for wheat or shoes or any other goods by giving the paper receipt issued by Lala. Thus, the paper receipt started acting as money since everyone in the village accepted this as a medium of exchange. So, you can consider Lala now as the central bank which is issuing the notes, and whatever notes is issued by central bank, that only will be supplied in the market and will be working as in the form of money, and people can have trust. Now let us suppose that Lala had 100 kgs of gold deposited by different people, and he had issued receipts corresponding to 100 kgs of gold. At this time, Ramu comes to Lala and asks for a loan of 25 kgs of gold. Can Lala give the loan? Can Lala give the loan? No. The 100 kgs of gold with him already has claimants. However, Lala could decide that everyone with gold deposit will not come to withdraw their deposit at the same time, and so he may as well give the loan to Ram and charge him for it. Have you understood till now? Yes, what the gold received has been taken by Lala. The Lala is clever. He knows that immediately the people will not come to get back the gold. And Ramu, who is in need of gold, money, that he came to Lala. Definitely Lala can give him some quantity of gold as loan and can charge some amount extra over that, so that whatever benefit he can receive, and whatever benefit he is receiving, out of that benefit he will be able to give some to that depositor who had deposited gold at his place. Ramu could also pay Ali with these 25 kgs of gold, and Ali could keep the 25 kgs of gold with Lala in return for a paper receipt. In effect, the paper receipt acting as money would have risen to 125 kgs now. It seems that Lala has created money out of thin air. The modern banking system works precisely the way Lala behaves in this example. How the Lala is managing the whole village by taking the deposits of that person who is having excess and want the in return the money. With that money they can purchase some thing which is in need, which is the need of them. And that gold what Lala is having, if any person is need of money, that Lala will be giving that gold, and so that the person can fulfill the need, and later the Lala will be receiving extra money from them, so that he can give back the original gold to that person who had deposited and also get some benefit. Same way banks are doing. Commercial banks mediate between individuals or firms with excess funds and lend to those who need funds. People with excess funds can keep their funds in the form of deposits in bank, and those who need funds borrow fund in form of loan, crop loan, etc. People prefer to keep money in banks because banks offer to pay some interest on each deposit made. Also, it may be safer to keep excess fund in a bank rather than at home. Just as people in the example above prefer to keep their gold with Lala instead of keeping at home. In the modern context, given checks and debit cards, having a demand deposit makes transactions more convenient and safer, even when they do not earn any interest. Imagine having to pay a large amount in cash for purchasing a house. So, one more example we can take, that Muthoot Finance is taking the gold of the precious things of the people, and in return he is giving the same worth money to the people. And later when the people will want that gold, they will have to pay that money and then they can take back the gold what they had deposited. Same Lala was doing. If anyone will be having doubt in the upper topic, but I think now it is clear. Like Muthoot Finance, what they are doing, they are asking the people if they are having the gold, and now they don't require that gold to wear, and they are just keeping it at home. Instead of keeping at home, they can they can deposit that gold at the finance company, so that finance company can earn a certain rate of interest on that certain deposits of gold, and in return what the customer will be getting, they will be getting such cash what they are not having, but they are having the gold, so they can get the cash easily from this finance company, and when they will get back that money after earning, they will give that cash to the bank, and the bank will return back their gold. So their same job was done in earlier time also, and one example we have taken of the Lala. So the bank will typically retain a portion of the fund to repay depositor whenever they demand their funds back and loan the rest. Since banks earn interest from loans they make, any bank would like to lend the maximum possible. However, being able to repay depositor on demand is crucial to the bank's survival. Depositor would keep their funds in a bank only if they are fully confident of getting them back on demand. A bank must therefore balance its lending activities so as to ensure that sufficient funds are available to repay any depositor on demand. So that was the topic today we have learned. That was we will be continuing with the next topic, that is money creation by banking system, in the next video. Thank you.